In the vast darkness of space, where stars shimmered like scattered diamonds, the mighty Haelor Empire reigned supreme. For centuries, they had dominated the galaxies with their advanced technology, fearsome warships, and ruthless strategy. The Haelors believed themselves invincible until the day they made a terrible mistake. It all started when the Haelor High Command intercepted a lone human vessel traveling through Sector 47B, a region claimed by the Empire. To the Haelors, humans were nothing more than primitive creatures, weak, inexperienced, and foolish to wander into Haelor territory. "Target identified," announced Commander Xer, standing tall with his shimmering blue scales reflecting the command ship's dim light. His yellow eyes narrowed at the holographic display. "If human ship dares trespass, destroy it, make an example of them." No one questioned the order. Haelor ships moved like shadows in the void, surrounding the lone human vessel, the Resolute Dawn. But what the Haelors didn't know was that the Resolute Dawn wasn't just any human ship. It was a Terran Vanguard-class battleship, an experimental warship designed by the most brilliant military minds of Earth's Interstellar Defense Force, IDF. Its mission was classified. Its firepower was legendary. Inside the Resolute Dawn, Captain Adrian Holt stared at the radar screen. His crew was tense. Red alerts blared through the corridors, bathing the walls in crimson light. The tension was so thick it felt like the whole ship was holding its breath. "They've surrounded us," said Lieutenant Vega, her voice calm, but edged with urgency. 4 Haelor cruisers and a battleship. They're powering up their weapons. Captain Holt clenched his jaw, eyes never leaving the display. Every instinct screamed at him to run, but that wasn't an option. "They think we're an easy target. Big mistake." He turned to the weapons officer. "Activate Project Revenant." The officer's eyes widened. "Sir, are you sure?" "That system has never been tested in real combat." "Now's the perfect time," Holt replied, his voice like steel. The ship's core began to hum with power, vibrations subtly shaking the floor beneath their boots. Project Revenant wasn't just another defense mechanism. It was humanity's secret weapon. A fusion of artificial intelligence, adaptive shielding, and advanced plasma weaponry. This wasn't just cutting edge, it was revolutionary. Back on the Haelor flagship, Commander Xer watched with smug satisfaction as their fleet prepared to open fire. "Begin attack," Xer commanded with chilling authority. Lenses of searing energy shot through space, closing in on the Resolute Dawn with lethal precision. But as the beams neared, something extraordinary happened. The human vessel shimmered, as the blasts deflected harmlessly off an invisible barrier. "What is this?" Xer hissed, stepping closer to the console. "No human technology can withstand our firepower." Suddenly, the Resolute Dawn moved, not with sluggish human clumsiness, but with deadly precision and terrifying speed. It darted through space like a predator, firing back with ruthless efficiency. The ship returned fire. The retaliation was devastating. A concentrated plasma beam tore through one of the Haelor cruisers, splitting the mighty warship in half as if it were made of paper. The second cruiser didn't fare any better. Its engines were obliterated in one shot, leaving it drifting helplessly in the cold vacuum of space. Panic rippled through the Haelor fleet. No one had ever seen anything like it. "Impossible," Xer roared. "It's just one human ship." Inside the Resolute Dawn, Captain Holt remained calm, though every fiber of his being was charged with focus. "Target their flagship next," Holt ordered without hesitation. The ship's AI, known as OURA, responded in a cold mechanical voice. "Calculating trajectory, firing in 3, 2, 1. A brilliant lance of energy struck the Haelor flagship's shield, shaking the entire vessel. Shockwaves rippled through the ship's hulls, sending Haelor officers sprawling across the deck. Commander Xer struggled to stand as alarms blared around him. The realization dawned on him with terrifying clarity. They were completely outmatched. "Retreat! Retreat!" Xer bellowed, but it was too late. The Resolute Dawn surged forward, cutting through the Haelor blockade like a wolf among sheep. The human vessel struck with precision, leaving wreckage in its wake. On Earth, the IDF command watched the battle unfold through a live feed. The room was silent except for the steady pulse of the holoscreens. Admiral Kingston, a grizzled war veteran with decades of experience, leaned forward and narrowed his eyes as the battle reached its climax. "They thought humanity was weak," Kingston muttered. "Let this be a lesson. They couldn't have been more wrong." The news of the Haelor defeat spread like wildfire across the galaxy. For the first time in centuries, the Haelor Empire had been humiliated by a single human vessel. Fear began to spread among the Haelor ranks and across other empires. Whispers of humanity's newfound power stirred. On the Haelor homeworld, the Emperor himself received the crushing news. The towering alien ruler, with his sharp claws and glistening scales, listened silently to the trembling messenger's report. "One ship," the Emperor growled, voice low and dangerous. "A single human ship destroyed an entire fleet?" "Yes, Your Excellency," the messenger stammered. "Their technology, it was beyond anything we've encountered." The Emperor's eyes, usually cold and calculating, burned with rage and fear. This wasn't just a defeat, it was a warning. Humanity wasn't prey anymore, they were predators. Back on the Resolute Dawn, Captain Holt stood on the observation deck, staring out at the sea of stars that stretched endlessly before him. The silence of space felt different now, charged with the weight of history. "They won't forget this day," Vega said quietly, stepping beside him. "They shouldn't," Holt replied. His voice carried both the satisfaction of victory and the gravity of what had just begun. "They made a mistake. They thought humans were weak. Now they know better." Owere's voice echoed softly through the command deck. "Incoming message from Earth Command. Well done. The galaxy knows we're here now." Captain Holt allowed himself the briefest of smiles. "Let them come. We'll be ready." The ship drifted silently through the vast expanse of space, a symbol of humanity's strength and determination. The battle was over, but the war had just begun, and this time, humanity wasn't backing down. End.